Thank you, Victor. Great to see you tonight. And coming up, John Solomon brings us exclusive new reporting on questionable ties between the Bidens and Putin's energy cronies.
Roger Stone was the intermediary. He was the link between Donald Trump and the Trump campaign and Russian intelligence, the same Russian intelligence unit that hacked Donald Trump's opponents.
After being exposed as a complete fraud, why are Democrats suddenly resuscitating the Russia hoax? Well, it might be a case of projection. According to the new book, Fallout, by investigative reporter John Solomon and Seamus Bruner, the real Russian collusion story may involve greedy Democrats looking to cash in on corruption, including Joe Biden's former energy policy advisor. Solomon and Bruner write, time and again, Biden's advisor failed to mention that he had witnessed Putin's energy strategy firsthand. Amos Hochstein never mentioned Russia's attempts to corner the global uranium market. It was something he had assisted personally. While working as a U.S. lobbyist in the private sector, Hochstein had advised Rosatom's subsidiary, 10X. Before long, he was directly advising Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, her successor John Kerry, and finally Vice President Biden, and even President Obama. John Solomon joins me now exclusively. John, this Amos character seems to be just the tip of the iceberg, right, when it comes to Democrats' own collusion with Russia. What else did you find here?
Listen, at the end of the day, this is what we set out to answer. Why did the Democrats pick Russia and Ukraine to be the two faux scandals that they pursued against President Trump? And after hundreds of hours of reporting and going through documents, here's what we found out. They were trying to ward off, to scare away Republicans from using Russia as an issue against them in the 2016 election. Why? Because it was their biggest, one of their biggest foreign policy failures. They gave billions of dollars of utility contracts to the Russians that made American electricity ratepayers dependent on Russian uranium. They gave away Uranium One, the uranium assets under our soil. And when it was all done, Vladimir Putin pulled the rug out and invaded Ukraine. And the Democrats did not want that to be the storyline in 2016. And why? Because when you dig in deeper, you find out guys like Amos Hochstein, well, they were helping the Russians get a leg up in the American market. They were in 2009, 10, 11, going back to 2008, they were trying to help Rosatom, a corrupt Russian company, get more business in America, take jobs and uranium business away from Americans, give it to the Russians.
Yeah, everyone has a flashback on that issue. John, there was also an odd moment that you wrote about the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Okay, you exposed this bizarre FBI plot from 2013 to lure Vladimir Putin to the Derby. So what, they could spy on him?
Absolutely.
Apparently, he got a VIP ticket. Was told he'd be honored as a Kentucky colonel.
That's right.
What happened? He canceled it at the last minute.
They did. He pulled out. He was smart enough to know what was really going on. But the FBI had an undercover informant inside Rosatom uncovering all of this corruption. And they wanted to lure Putin here for one reason. They were very concerned, as Barack Obama was pursuing the Iran deal, that Russia was assisting Iran's illicit nuclear program. So they were going to bring him here. They got the Democratic governor of Kentucky, Bashir, to bestow the honor of Kentucky Colonel, which is one of the biggest civilian honors in Kentucky. And they tried to lure him here. They were going to take him to the horse race, take him bear hunting in Alaska, but Putin was too smart and he backed out of it. But it does reflect how concerned the FBI was that not only was Russia's nuclear company corrupt, they were helping Iran with their illicit nuclear program.
Oh my God, this book is so chock full of awesome stuff, John. You're an incredible reporter. Thank you so much. Congrats on the book, and I know I'm going to be tweeting about it later, but unbelievable. Thanks.